Hi, my name is Dr. Gombele. Hola, mis amigos, mi nombre es Dr. Gombele. Mes amis, bonjour, je m'appelle Dr. Gombele. Banamboka, sangoboni, komo nangeza monganga. Dr. Gombele. Ilongo, sangoikinyona, Lusako, petit frère, ngambo. I'm happy today to present to you the most important series of the videos that we have been talking on diabetes. Today, we are going to talk about the treatment of diabetes. It is the most simple one and yet complex because most of us doctors, we always miss the boat. I used to miss the boat before until I incorporated diet. I created my own diet sheet. I started talking about my patient, what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat. And the results start coming. And most of the doctors, we were never trained at school how to prescribe diet. Yet, when we finish medical school, we are told diabetes lifestyle, tell your patient what to eat, and yet we were never told. And any doctors that you see out there incorporating in his or her practice diet, she or he has learned by herself or himself. So today is very, very important. The treatment of diabetes must have 4 components. What do I say? The treatment of diabetes must have 4 components before we can see positive result. I invite you to like, to share, to subscribe, and to click the notification bell so that the very next video that I'm going to upload, you can be notified. I say it again. The treatment of diabetes type 2 must be diet must be a part of the treatment. What are the 4th elements for treatment? Education. If you are diabetic, unfortunately, more likely diabetes is going to kill you. So you need to know the complications of diabetes so that you can delay or prevent. Can you imagine 55 years old architect who will lose the lower limb because the foot got infected and he did not know. And then coming out of the operating room, I say, man, what happened to you? I said, dog, I never knew. Because not knowing is not an excuse either of the consequences. So this channel is an educational channel for diabetics. So we will be talking about the complications, what we need to do to delay, how to reverse the type 2 diabetes, what do we need to eat to control type 1, type 1.5, gestational diabetes, drug-induced diabetes, and of course, type 2 diabetes. Diet must be a part of the treatment. Education. Diabetes patient must know the complications of diabetes, must know when the reading is high, when the reading is low, must know when they go hypoglycemic, that means the blood count goes low, or when the blood count is very high. You feel different, right? So that the surge of blood sugar up and down is number 1 responsible for the long-term complication. It damages the vessels. Education. Number 2, exercise. You must know that exercise is also a part of the treatment. You don't have to go and lift weight and build weight. Just simple walking, 30 minutes every other day. You will be amazed to see how it will help you to control diabetes. In fact, exercise reduces obesity. Obesity is one of the single most important risk factor of diabetes, right? So exercise makes you start the day on the right foot. And somebody say exercise is the best treatment for depression. Exercise strengthens your heart, strengthens your bone. Outdoor exercise cleans your lungs. So it's not only because you're diabetic you have to exercise, but exercising overall, it's very good. We spoke about insulin functioning as keys, opening the doors of the vessel so that the glucose can exit the vessel. But guess what? The exercise bypasses the insulin. So the insulin can be absorbed the glucose, the sugar can be absorbed without the key being open, without the door being open. So the exercise helps you to absorb insulin. Can you imagine if you're doing exercise and you have right diet, you have right medication, so your diabetes must be controlled. We said exercise, education, and this is now the most important of the four is diet. In my practice, when I diagnose patient, I sit them and I tell them, listen, you have two choices here now. Diet or exercise. When people hear diet, oh, diet, I love diet, I'm going to try diet, Dr. Gombele. I say, okay, great. Guess what now? In my diet, no rice, silence. No bread, the eyebrows start going all over the place. And in the Caribbean, I touch no dumpling. Really? I say yes. Because flour spikes the sugar. No Irish potato. No sweet potato. You will only use coconut oil or olive oil. No fries, no ketchup, no salad dressing, because they contain enormous amount of added sugar. And then the next question, what am I going to eat? I'm going to tell you what you'll be eating. My diet is based on what I call glycemic index. Dr. Gombele, big word. Calm down. It is not a big word. Glycemic index is how what we eat converts quickly into sugar, and they know it affects the sugar that is found in the blood. Glycemic index. The another concept that I use in my diet is glycemic load. Now, that's now how what we eat spikes the sugar. So my diet is based on low glycemic index and low glycemic load. We measure both with numbers. Low glycemic index, any number below 55. Number between 54 to 69 is middle or moderate glycemic index. Any number 70 up is high. Any number over 90 is very, very high. So the diet I'm going to propose to you, it's a diet that, one, doesn't spike the sugar, two, doesn't convert, whatever you eat doesn't convert the sugar rapidly. Because guess what? If you eat bread in the morning, 6 or 7 slices of bread as other people, belly full, is not so? Yes. As you go out at 9 o'clock, what happened? Peckish. That means the sugar goes up and in no time it comes right down. But if you eat green plantain, for an example, you eat pears, you eat egg, and you drink water. Belly full, satisfied, and that takes you from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, then you start feeling hungry. Why? Because the sugar takes so long time to go up, and when it gets up, it takes so long time to come down. So the curve is also a peak curve. So you don't really need snack. If you eat properly, as I'm going to tell you now, you will not. What we're going to be eating, what you're going to replace, pumpkin. So use pumpkin instead of rice, bread, Irish potato, sweet potato, because pumpkin has a low glycemic index. Low glycemic load. It's 3. But the glycemic index is high, but we can eat pumpkin with moderation. Dr. Gombele, I don't like pumpkin. What else? Green banana. Glycemic index of green banana is 30, very low. And listen to this, glycemic load is 7.9, very, very low. You can use green banana to make porridge. You can use green banana to substitute for rice, for bread, for anything. What else? Breadfruit. The glycemic index of breadfruit is 68. That means it doesn't convert rapidly into sugar. And the glycemic load is 11. Doesn't spike the sugar high. The glycemic load below 10 is low. Between 10 to 20 is moderate. Anything above 20 is very high. And breadfruit has 11. Yam. Glycemic index is 51. And glycemic load is 9.3. Excellent food for diabetes. Cassava. Glycemic index is 46. Excellent. Bulgur rice. Bulgur rice, glycemic index is 61, moderate, and glycemic load is 17, moderate. Quinoa, Quinao, glycemic index is 53, very, very low. So these are the food items that you can replace, you can substitute instead of rice, bread, Irish potato, sweet potato. And then we have to eat less processed food. Because anything that is highly processed, it spikes the sugar. It leads to inflammation. It converts rapidly. So we do not know that. In the diet that I'm proposing to you, when you go to the supermarket, try to buy less processed food, vegetable. How do we eat? The American Diabetes Association suggests that this is your plate. You divide the plate in 2. Half of the plate of vegetables. The other half you divide in 2 with starch and protein. Remember the starch that I just told you. Not rice, not bread, not sweet potato, not Irish potato. The starch that I didn't mention to you. Half vegetables, the other half protein, and then starch. And then you eat. Of course, it goes without mentioning no soda, no added sugar. Exercise. And this is the diet that I use with my patient. And if you send me your email or your WhatsApp number, I will be more than happy to send you the electronic version of my diet. This is what you need to know. This is what you don't only need to know, but you need to start eating now to delay the complications, to lose weight. And when you start eating, continue with your medications. Your doctor will be in trouble here because the sugar will start going down and the doctor will have no other choice than what? To reduce your medications. So, this is the diet. Low glycemic index, low glycemic load, less processed food, and the best place for you to start shopping is what? Farmer's market. Because you can go and buy vegetable freshly from the farm and with less chemicals, less genetically modified, and when you cook, you eat. In my program, I realized that those who know how to cook will do well. Because you cook in 20-25 minutes and you eat and that's it. So, fight back. Learn, unlearn, and relearn so that you can fight back. Do not give up. Diabetes type 2 must stop. Diabetes type 2 is nothing than a lifestyle disease. And any lifestyle disease, if we change the lifestyle that has led to the disease, subsequently, we are reversing the disease. Remember, like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so that the next video, we are going to talk about the complications of diabetes. What are the organs in the body that diabetes really attacks? I can tell you already, it affects all the organs of the body, but it doesn't target the organ, target some other stuff, small thing within the organ, and when those small things are affected, the whole organ also becomes affected. Like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that my very next video you can be notified. Bye bye. Au revoir. Hasta luego. Neko. Nalingina mwana mbarasima. Losako. Ngamo. Elakaonja komba. Bye bye. God bless you.